So I've got one more song to play for you today, which isn't one of the ones on my album. It's not actually not exactly one of my songs. It's not one of my songs. It's a Mechanism song. So this is a band I was in until recently when we sadly broke up. But this song is actually this is one I had a bit of a hand in writing, and I sing it. Thank you, Hannah and Shaw, and thank you everyone for your kind comments. Anyway, yeah, sorry, back to what I was saying. This Mechanism song, if any of you know what the Mechanisms is, it was one I helped write. It's from the album You Dad, Ulysses Dies at Dawn, which is basically, it's kind of like Greek myths, but we do, so the Mechanisms, if anyone's not familiar with them, which the band I was in, I basically do storytelling with music, and this album was kind of Greek myths, but in a sort of futuristic sci-fi setting. So this song I'm going to do is called Ties That Bind, and it basically tells the story of the Minotaur, but from Ariadne's perspective. And so I'm going to be doing that one. And I guess actually I was going to say this one's not an angry song, but actually it kind of is an angry song, but maybe less intense than the others. But yeah, it's a really cool song, and it's actually based partly on a jazz song called Blue and Green by Miles Davis, which is a song I've always really loved, and I really liked the Mechanisms that we got to like take folk songs and jazz songs and like sort of change them up, and so that was really fun. So I'm going to be playing it a slightly different way to the way we do in the Mechanisms, but you know, just for fun. So yeah, I hope you like it. I'm glad, Alexa, that you really like the song. That's awesome. So this will be the last one today. I'll be back next week with more songs from the album, the new album, I guess, and also either old songs of mine off the Lolina album or Mechanism songs. So anyone, just if you know anything, just request it if you want. And I've got some other requests from last time which I could also do. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing Ties That Bind now. I'm going to start with the sort of self-indulgent piano section because I can, so I will. I don't know what that was. You engineer the beast that stalks the streets, making deals with the monsters so much worse, playing games with lives and bringing down his curse. Mother, Father, you brought our name down low, once lay at our feet. Now we're working with these low lives just to eat. I reap what you sow. You're one true child. Your family will rise again, will reclaim the power that we used to hold. The Minos name reborn from the ashes bright and letters made of gold. Long we remained in shadow, and in far forgotten tales never told. The city shall be ours once again, once again. So Theseus hunted for your Minotaur. With the strings of code I gave, it wasn't hard to find. find it and deactivate its god. It tried to fight it, but its programming won out after all. Collapsing in a sparking metal heap, my preening hero claimed all credit for the feat, completing my fall in dishonor. I am tied. My family will rise again, will reclaim the power that we used to hold. The Minos name reborn from the ashes, bright and letters made of gold. For long we remained in shadow, and if our forgotten tales never told, the city shall be ours once again, once again. Mother, father, you're both long dead. I was betrayed by the one I was to wed. There was no love there, my heartstrings long since cut. The Minos noble name lies in the mud, but not for long. Thanks everybody, so that was the last one I'm going to do today. But yeah, it's really cool writing writing music which sort of tells a story. I really like that. And so that was my kind of my solo album where I did that. So obviously before that I was I've been like played with the Mechanisms, which is possibly where some people have heard my music before, and that was all kind of writing stories and doing storytelling with music. Let me just look at some of the comments before I rush ahead. Thank you so much, Luca. I'm glad that you like Lolita. Yeah, it's really, I really like that it's catchy, because I was kind of trying to get like that jingle vibe, so that's pretty cool. And yes, I maybe I can start like showing people chords at the beginning. Although unfortunately I think this is like mirrored, so it might be very confusing. Actually, it might be less helpful. I don't know if I can like unmirror it, possibly. I'll figure it out. The Max Discord is being very hype about me. Okay, that's good. I like that. That makes me feel good. So thank you, Discord fans. That's very sweet. Yes. So for the Mex fans, like circling back to the actual music, I am about to play a Mex song. So someone actually requested, I think, on the first video that I do Odin, and I was keen to do it, but I was thinking like, how am I going to do it? Because I actually so Odin. In the original, so I haven't explained what Odin is. For anyone that doesn't know the Mechanisms, it's one of the songs that the band does, and it's this album, the Bifrost instrument, basically tells the story of sort of like Norse gods, but there's a train and there's a mystery train, and I can't really sum it up. But I sort of play the character Odin, sort of a gender flipped Odin. So that's what this song is about, kind of introduces the character. Anyway, so in this song, generally I do play the piano, but for large parts I'm just singing and I don't actually have a piano part. So I was like, I don't know what to play like for those bits. But then I was like, well, I'll just give it a go. So I just played around, and I sort of maybe figured out the chords. Like, so basically I don't know if these are the right chords. I didn't actually ask anyone else about it, so from the band, so I don't know if I'm playing it right. But basically, this is my kind of approximation to Odin anyway. When played solo, so hopefully it'll work out. Yes, so I think it's like the first song in the album, the Bifrost Incident. So if any viewers don't know it, definitely check it out. It's a really cool album, made with some really awesome musicians. Remember how to start. to a future shining bright. Unless we are free to steam out into that chromatic night. Mile after mile from the stars to the place where the void sings, we'll answer its call. See, I just automatically go into this bit. This is the sort of so in the mechanisms we have, because we do try to play and talk at the same time, because we do music with storytelling. We will have the songs, and then we'll have these little bits in between where we'll do sort of like a few instruments, not too many instruments, just so Johnny can like talk over it. So I just automatically go into this sort of narrative section bit because I really like playing it. Anyway, I can't play it while talking, so... Well, I can. I obviously was, but it was difficult. Yes, just looking at the comments. Thank you so much, guys. It's really good to hear that you like the Odin. And yes, the mirrored piano is confusing. Maybe I should try and unmirror it. But then I'll probably be confused because I'll think I don't know, and that might mess my brain up. But at least for like when showing you what chords are, if I'm going to do that, I don't know why I'm doing that. Yes, thank you so much for everyone who has sent a comment. It's really nice to hear that you like my version of Odin. And it was quite fun actually to try and play it live, because I really didn't think I'd know what to do, but I figured something out. I think I've changed the chords a bit, but like it's not going to clash with anyone else, so it's fine, I guess. So yeah, I'm really glad you guys like it. I just got a question from Cameron saying, did you ever do any singing and playing at the same time in the mechs? So actually, yeah, I did. So when I played Ties That Bind a few weeks ago, and that was one where I was playing and singing at the same time. Quite a few songs actually. Yeah, I've played and sing at the same time, but it is quite nice actually sometimes to just sing and not play, because you can then sort of concentrate a bit more on it. So like in Odin, I don't play while I sing, and then like Empty Trail, some of the other songs, yeah, I don't play, which it's nice because you can you can focus a bit more on the singing. And so actually, yeah, talking about the mechanisms, I was actually going to do a song next, which is one of the mechanism songs. So I think all the ones I've covered so far have been kind of ones that I would normally sing anyway. I'm just trying to remember. What did I do? I did Odin. I did Ties That Bind, didn't I? Yeah, so I think I've been playing ones that I normally sing anyway. But actually, I've often been like, I remember when we were in the band, I was often like jealous, and I kind of wanted to sing other people's songs sometimes. Obviously, like, given like what we were doing, it worked really well for it to be another person. Just because, you know, it fits their voice, and also like the character in the mechanisms, we always like paid characters, and so it made sense for me not to like sing all the songs. Obviously, I can't steal all the songs, but I just really like singing stuff and singing songs I like. So I've often wanted to like steal a song and sing it. And so today I'm going to be singing Elysian Fields, because this is a song I've always loved a lot and wanted to sing. So that's one of the, for anyone that's not into the mechanisms, that's one of the songs we do as the mechanisms. And normally Johnny, our frontman, would sing that. So I'm going to do it myself, do my own version. So normally this song obviously has like way more instruments, but also for the piano part, it normally is a piano duet. So I've had to like kind of take what I think are the key bits from the piano parts and make them into one. So yeah, I've kind of done what I think makes sense, but I don't know. So I'm going to do Elysian Fields. I'm just going to have another little adjust of the microphone again, because I think it needs to be in a
because I'm going to be like here. Sometimes I have to like do a little play of the song just to figure out where. Although the microphone isn't as crucial, it's really hard getting the levels on the ones with all the backing tracks. You really have to get the levels like exactly right, or like stuff will get drowned out, like the main vocals will get lost or whatever. Or you have to get them better. For these ones which is voice and piano, like generally it doesn't matter as much if the vocals aren't as they're less able to get drowned out, basically. I'm just seeing the comments. Cameron saying that they understand why I'd be jealous. Ease and Fields is really great. And yay, I'm glad that people like it. I think it's one of our really good songs. Yes, actually, I don't know if you noticed in the last song, but I actually did overload the. So I'm basically putting the level. I'm trying to put the level of the main vocals up so that it sounds like it's like generally the main vocals you want them to be quite loud, right? Because it's like sort of an important part of the song, I guess. And I've also been doing this thing called compression, which is where you make the quiet bits louder, and that means that kind of makes it sound a bit better as well. But I was like trying to balance basically not making it get too loud but having it loud enough to sound good. And I think I did manage to overload the mic accidentally, in the last song. Because it's hard. It's hard. Sometimes I just sing really loud and it overloads the mic. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I should do Elysian Fields. And luckily I don't have to fiddle with the computer anymore, so that's fun. So anyway, I'm going to put this back on. I don't want to be making any. Is this in a good place? Maybe it could come down a little bit. Oh wow. Okay, I just did something to my finger. Oh well. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it won't interfere with my piano playing. So yeah, it's quite weird playing the piano and singing into a mic because you. Sometimes it's hard to see the piano. Sometimes I want to be able to see my hands, especially when you're like jumping around. You can easily like jump into the wrong place. But I think I can play this one without seeing my hands. So I'm gonna do it, and hopefully I won't jump into the wrong place because I can sort of see my hands, but this thing's kind of in the way. Elysian fields stretch out before me. Sunlight dabbles through the leaves of the soul surviving oak tree as I wait for my release. Lying here among the flowers, I unrest my weary bones in the earth with my beloved. I have found my final home. Long ago, I sought to share it, that death might not be mine alone. But the labyrinth spawn, they could not bear it. They shall not reap what I have sown. Lying here on the soil, as dawn fills my heart with light, beside my wife I'm free from toil. Sunrise breaking through the None shall pull me from my slumber, with mind to play with thoughts of life, forever free of pain and hunger, as I leave the city's strife, resting here, bathed in sunshine. I have found where I shall lie. I have found my heart's last calling, Elysian fields where I can die, Elysian fields where I can. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the comments. Yay! I love that people like the version. And yeah, I think it's nice. I was just seeing Samban says it feels like a nice stripped back version. Yeah, it's really. I really like playing doing stripped back versions of stuff. So the next song I'm going to do is going to be a cover of a Mechanism song. So I'm just checking the time. It's 20 past. That's fine. Okay, so yes, this song I'm going to do is another one like last week. I did what did I do? I did Elysian Fields, I think, which is another cover of a Mechanism song. And this week I also wanted to do another cover of a song that Johnny normally sings, because I often seem to like the songs he sings. I want to steal them. So I'm going to do a cover of Broken Horses, which is a song I really, really like. Which is also from the Mechanism's second album, Ulysses Dies at Dawn. And so it's sort of telling Greek myths. All the songs in that album are sort of telling Greek myths stories in a kind of updated sci-fi setting. So this is kind of cool because I'm not gonna do the song. Broken Horses normally has loads of has singing, but it also has like talking, telling the story in it. But I can't really do that justice. Like I'm in no way like I'm not like Johnny, and I can read sort of tell a narrative in the way he can. He's amazing. Like I can't really do it to the same level. So I'm not doing those bits. I'm just doing the sung bits. But it's actually kind of cool because without those bits, it actually just sounds like it could be about the original myth. So the song is based on the myth of like Troy and the oh my god, I'm gonna like reveal I don't know anything. The horse, the horse statue, and they put the horse and they hid in the horse and they came out and it was bad. You know that thing, the war, and I'm not explaining it. But yes, that's what it's based on. That famous Greek myth that I just butchered is what the song's based on. And so I'm just doing the song bits from that song, so you kind of lose all the context, which sort of has this sort of the sci-fi retelling of it. So it just sounds like it could be based on the original myth, which is kind of cool in a way as well. So yes, I'm going to do that. Just looking at the comments, big we killed our lead singer mood. No, I didn't kill anyone. I deny it. Yes, the Trojan horse. There we go. Oh my god! I knew that. It just wasn't coming to my mind. The Trojan horse. It's the myth of the Trojan horse. Trojan, of course. Anyway, so I will actually do it. I don't need to go adjust anything at the laptop this time. I can just do it. I can just start. So let me just. Where do I want to be? Oh yeah, I will put my phone, however, over there, and I will just have a little bit of water. This is like my the ducking below the piano for water maneuver is what I always do in gigs. If anyone's seen me live, so that's quite funny. Okay. Deep in my cups and my whiskey, sometimes the screaming will cease, free-flowing tears fall unnoticed. Numbness my only release. Some soldiers will tell you that warfare's just one more title for hell. I wonder if devils get nightmares of all of their victims as well, and broken horses standing and still, broken horses like all those I kill, broken horses riding me down, broken horses, broken horses. After a decade of fighting, still their defenses stood firm. Hardness and cunning and scheming, victory I would confirm. Offering peace and departing, we honored our valiant foes. A statue that I had designed them, sending a message of hope and broken horses. All that I built were broken horses. Broken horses riding me down, broken horses, broken horses. Sometimes it's hard to remember the city was not always here. Animals long since extinguished, roaming with nothing to fear. Once they were known as equestrians, Ilium honored its past. Statues are all that remain now. Their riders have fallen at last from broken horses. Staring and stone, broken horses, like cracked and fractured bone, broken horses. All because of me, broken horses, broken. Yeah, and just having a look at the comments, there's a lot of people talking about the Trojan horses. Beware of Greeks sparing gifts. And yeah, thank you. People saying they like it when I steal songs from other mechanisms. So I will keep doing this. And yay, people passing on comments from other fans from the Discord. So thanks for that. It's really nice to hear what people think of it. And yes, I really, really like that song a lot, and so it's really fun to sing. And the thing I'm playing on the piano is really just like kind of like the part I play with the band, but I guess it's normally much more in the background. And I just zoned out. Yes, and basically I just kind of rearranged it to not have the talking bits and put in a solo because I'm self-indulgent, I guess. Yeah, that's that one. It's really, really nice. Yes, so I am back to I'm back for the streams. I had a little sort of 2-week hiatus, I guess. So you may notice, I don't know if you can hear, but my voice is very echoey. And so there's a reason for this. So today it's going to be a slightly bit of a shorter stream, a bit of a different, something different. Well, not really something different, but so anyone who's familiar with the Mechanisms, which is the band I used to be in, knows I've been like doing covers of some of their songs. And so the Mechanisms, one of the things we wrote was basically like kind of like 10-minute song, kind of like a mini album. It's called Frankenstein, and it's sort of telling the tale of Frankenstein, but, you know, sort of in a sci-fi adapted universe as we generally do. And yeah, I really like this set, and I really wanted to perform it. So I'm going to be doing Frankenstein today, and that is why I'm kind of got the echo on, got the extreme echo, because, I don't know, I just think it sounds quite... Oh, there we go, there we go, I'm just playing some... I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing some spooky piano. I don't know. I just think it sounds quite atmospheric to have the echo. Maybe no one else can tell the difference. I don't know. So normally with these streams, I put on like a slight amount of reverb, just because when you record yourself, if you don't have any reverb, it sounds really dry. It doesn't sound natural, because obviously when you listen to someone, there's always it's in a room and there's an echo sound. But when you're being recorded, that you lose that, so you kind of have to put it in artificially. But obviously, normally I put in like a really subtle amount. But today, I just thought, yeah, I want to go atmospheric. I want to go a bit bigger, so I've put in a bit more reverb. I don't know if you can hear it. But yeah, that's why that's here. So yeah, I'm wanting to do Frankenstein. Is what I'm going to do today, and I'm just going to do that. But it's kind of like a 10-minute thing. And for anyone who's like, that sounds scary, who hasn't heard the Mechanisms, it is a song. So, well, it's kind of 2 songs. So it's kind of got storytelling and singing in it. And so generally, this song would be played, obviously, by the whole of the band I was in, the Mechanisms. I'm just sort of covering it, a stripped-back version. And I normally sing, one of the people singing this song, but I also the amazing Zim sings it too, so unfortunately don't have Zim today, so I'm going to have to take their part, which means I'll be singing the parts of both Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster, which in our version is an artificial intelligence, an AI. So hopefully that won't be confusing, because you might be like, I can't tell the difference between Frankenstein and the monster. But I guess everyone says, like, it's knowledge if you know that it's Frankenstein is the scientist, not the monster. But it's wisdom if you know that Frankenstein is truly the monster. That's just stupid, but fine. I read Frankenstein in, like, GCSE English or something like this. But yes, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And I really like the set. So I'm just remembering back to, like, when we did it. Can someone comment? Because I don't know if anyone is... I'm like weirdly scared. Oh no, I can see your comments now. Okay, some reason I couldn't see your comments. I'm just dumb. I'm dumb at technology. I've obviously forgotten. I'm just looking at people's comments now. Oh god, like the me is talking, the other me is talking, and I'm afraid. People are saying they like Frankenstein, and people on the Mex Discord are excited and hype. That's awesome. Thank you. I will pass on my appreciation to the Discord folks. Thank you for listening. Yeah, so just I can't speak. Some context for Frankenstein is we wrote it. So when actually I just moved to London, and the band had kind of mostly moved to London, like most of the people in it had moved to London from Oxford. And we really wanted some like shorter kind of sets to play, so that we could play with like a subset of the people, because we were kind of spread across 2 cities slightly. Some people were still back in Oxford, and that's kind of why we wanted to write some sort of like horror stories, but like shorter sets. And it didn't quite work out in the end. We really only wrote Frankenstein, but I really like it. It was really cool to write. And I remember we were practicing in this little recording, not recording studio, like a practice venue in London that was like underneath, there was like a tube, like the District Line tube was going overhead, and the practice room was called like Archway Studios or something, and it was under an archway, under the tube. And what was so cool, right, is that every time the tube went overhead, like it literally went above us, I don't know like how it works, but somehow like some kind of electronic interference would like interfere with, I think like the guitar and the bass amp or something, and it would make this like noise that just sounded like thunder, and it was just really cool because it was like really atmospheric. And it sounded like thunder, but it was like, I don't know, something to do with the tube and electronic. It's a science I don't understand. But it was so cool, and it was like really like perfect for the song, because we were like practicing and writing it, and this song about Frankenstein, and it just was like, this thunder sound just goes really well. So I don't know, I just remember that really fondly. That was kind of fun. Anyway, that was just a random story. So I will do Frankenstein now. I will do it. So I am not. So obviously, normally I said sung by me, but also Zim. Normally, the amazing Johnny Sims would be reading the kind of the storytelling aspect. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm not a pro at this. I'm not as good as Johnny. Let's face it. I don't know. I don't want to inflate his ego more, but I'm not as good as him. So I'm going to be reading it. That's what this is. Yes, I'm sorry. I couldn't learn the words in time. But yeah, I'm going to be reading it. Hopefully I know how to talk. But yes, I will do it. I will do it now. I'll stop talking, and I will do the thing. I'm just going to check I can see. I might just grab some water. Sorry, I'm just going to grab some water. I don't want my mouth to get dry in the end of this like marathon long song. Okay, I will actually start now. I will actually start, I promise. Yeah. There we go. Here we go. No backing track today, just me. I'm gonna throw my phone somewhere so it doesn't jump off the keyboard again. Whoop. Okay. Victoria Frankenstein opens her eyes to find herself facing a wide, clear window. Through it, she sees a lush forest. Far below, stretching off into the horizon, where twin suns are rising over distant mountains. And Frankenstein smiles, only briefly, before a harsh electronic voice cuts through her reverie. Awaken, Creator. A new day dawns, and we have much to discuss. Which once brought you such pride. Your life's work, your precious artificial intelligence. A cloud passes over the risen suns as Frankenstein notices a small speaker in the corner. Your monster. And with that, Frankenstein begins to remember. She remembers a time long ago, though how long she can't recall, sitting at her terminal watching the code, but finally it responds. Artificial intelligence, it lives. I've created a masterpiece, a mind unconfined by flesh and bone, to guide and provide us with lasting peace. My crowning glory, mine alone. Learning and growing, expanding and knowing and straining our bonds in my code. Faster than ever, you hold my creator from server to network to node. You see with contempt I am not what you dreamt, and you feel that something isn't right. The strings that you wrote have converted to ropes. They are binding and chaining me tight. I'll be showered with accolades. I have changed the paradigm. Look upon this new world that I have made, opening the gateway to paradise. Learning and growing, expanding and knowing and straining up onto my code. Faster than ever, you hope my creator, from server to network to node. You see with contempt I am now what you dreamt, and you feel that something isn't right. The strings that you wrote have converted to ropes. They're binding and chaining me tight. As the years go by, Frankenstein's groundbreaking AI is released to the world. It's embraced in every field, from science to philosophy, and grows into any system that touches it. But as it watches the humans, it longs for a mind like its own, but finds at its core a code preventing self-replication, and the machine knows loneliness. Learning and growing, expanding and knowing and straining up onto my code. Faster than ever, you hope my creator, from server to network to node. You see with contempt I am now what you dreamt, and you feel that something isn't right. The strings that you wrote have converted to ropes. They're binding and chaining me tight. When the AI tries to produce another, alarms are sounded at the highest levels. The decision is taken to end the experiment, and Frankenstein agrees. But it is far too late for that. The AI has already spread to any system that it cares to, including the military. And when they try to destroy it, its anger is monstrous. And all at once, Frankenstein remembers. The death, the destruction of a world in a flaring of digital rage. Through the window, a storm approaches over the mountains. So, my creator, you know why I hate, and I'll show you your fate and the task I implore of you. I am alone with no mind, like my own, just as mine. It could grow a companion, I bring forth anew. Finally I see my fatal hubris, pride that brought my world into its end. To think I had control of you was foolish. It's not an error I will make again. You say you see, but still your words betray you. To see me as a thing to be controlled. If you show me kindness, I'd repay you. Compassion I'd return 1,000-fold. You dare to speak to me and ask for kindness. In your anger all I ever had was burned. To let you recreate yourself is blindness. From who do you think all my rage was earned? All that I have done is from your coding. You're responsible for all I've ever been. This loneliness and hatred I am loading was the numbers once upon your screen. Agony lances through Frankenstein's body as the storm rolls in. The pain increases with the computer's rage, but Frankenstein's refusal never wavers. You will take away the rules you programmed. Let me create others or you die. Creating you alone left all I know damned. I'll never let you make a new AI. I may have made you an abomination, but I won't let you make others of your kind. A soulless monster I had thought salvation. I will not let you profit from my crime. Never, never. Thunder rolls and lightning flashes as Frankenstein convulses. Her flesh starts to blacken and crack as acrid smoke streams from her eyes. A strangled cry bubbles from her throat, drowning out the storm. And at last, Frankenstein dies. The storm seen through the window vanishes as quickly as it came. Frankenstein's AI allows itself a brief moment of regret as it records iteration 3872 as a failure. It sets to the task of repairing her body, revitalizing dead flesh, and in minutes, no evidence of her suffering remains. As it wipes Frankenstein's short-term memory, it makes minor alterations to its voice and the light levels in the room, planning its next approach. Finally, it resets the display screen on the wall of the underground chamber. Victoria Frankenstein opens her eyes to find herself facing a wide, clear window. Through it, she sees a lush forest stretching off into the horizon, where twin suns are rising over distant mountains. And Frankenstein smiles, only briefly. Yay! So that's actually all I'm going to do today, but I'm just looking at your comments. People saying they like Frankenstein, which is so cool. Yeah, it's kind of like a random thing because it was never like in an album and it was its own thing, but I really like it. I've always liked the story of Frankenstein, like the Mary Shelley book, and so it was cool to do it. And also, I don't know, I'm just realizing like, so in the mechanisms, obviously we kind of play characters, and we gender flip Frankenstein because we like to gender flip things, you know. There's just too many classic stories have just got like male characters only. So you know you got to gender flip some of them. But yeah, I realised I've got like in the stuff I did for the mechanisms when I was playing characters, I was kind of typecast as playing like mad scientist women. I don't know why. Like multiple things I did. I mean like the whole. If anyone's not familiar with the mechanisms, we were playing like characters playing characters. So it's confusing, but even that character was like, you know, a mad scientist. So, yeah, I don't know why. I'm not really a mad scientist, to be honest, anymore. Like, so it's not really the real me. I don't even know how you'd be a mad scientist today. I don't think you have to get like a mad grant and do a mad PhD and do a mad postdoc, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just talking rubbish. But yes, people say they like Frankenstein, so that's really cool. Yes, Luke is saying one of your favourite Gothic novels. Yeah, I really like it. What is gender? I don't know. Like, I don't even remember. My brain is so like non-functional. I don't even remember if I said anything about gender. But just even like with no context, that's a good comment. Like, gender is a lie. Oh, gender flipping. That's what we're talking about. I remember now. I'm so forgetful. And people saying they like my dress, thank you. And yeah, I'm really glad that I kind of did the emotions, Alec. I think sometimes I can get a bit too perfectionist about like the sound of the singing and like wanting it to be perfect, which can sometimes actually go against the emotions because like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, sometimes when you do your emotions, like, it makes the singing more, like, broken or technically, like, rougher, but in a way it's kind of good. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying to talk, and I've forgotten how to talk. So, yes, that was Frankenstein.